Hello, it's me, Kisma, and welcome back to Studio Inspiration Art Journal. I'm going to share with you kind of an out-of-the-box, literally out-of-the-Shadowbox journal spread. Using the concept of actually creating a shadow box in a wood frame or a cardboard box frame, but instead of making it that way, actually constructing it in your art journal. I hope you enjoy this. It was fun making it. I have a little bonus for you at the end of this spread. So until we see each other again, which I never get to see you, right? Because it's always so one-sided. But until we talk again, I'll see you on the drawing board. All right, so here we are. We are taking a look at our supplies. You've got the list already, and you surely have them. We're going to begin our project with the jelly plate, and I'm using the 8x10, but if you only got the 5x7, you can use it. You just have to do it twice when we're doing the full sheet. We're going to use our black water paper, and you choose the palette you want. I'm using a blue turquoise here, so you just spread it generously on the jelly plate with your brayer. And once you have it nice and even, oops, got my hair in there, gotta get that out of there. Once you have the paint spread nice and even, you just lay your sheet on top of it and smooth your hands over, just pressing down. And when you lift it up, you're going to see how nice the paint has transferred. You're going to do this to 4 sheets of black watercolor paper. Now, be sure to clean your jelly plate in between the layers using a wipe. I'm going to go on to my second layer with a stencil now, and I'm just using a gold green, and I'm spreading it over. And I'm going to put the lattice stencil on top of it, and again smooth each of the pages over the top of this. So what's happening is that the lattice is acting as a stencil on top of our turquoise background. Now, you want each page, each of your 4 pages, to look different. So just play around with it, have some fun. You can see how cool it looks. There are some imperfections with it, but that's what you want. You don't want it to be perfect. You want there to be some changes on each of the pages. See how cool that looks? So the big thing about jelly prints, they're mono prints usually, but you can do the layers like what we're doing here. You just have fun and you experiment. Things work and things don't work, and you have to learn by experimenting. That's the key to working with this tool. All right, so see how nicely you have 4 different jelly or watercolor sheets with 2 colors each, the turquoise and the gold green. So we're going to clean our plate again, and we're going to go on to our next color. And I've chosen a stencil that sort of looks like a dandelion, and I'm just using a baby wipe to show you how quick and easy your jelly plate cleans up. I'm just using a violet here. And I go ahead and put, even when I'm using a smaller stencil, I go ahead and put paint over everything because I can use the jelly plate several times by just moving the stencil around. Don't worry about this paint on the back of your watercolor sheets because these are gonna be glued down. And when you have strange marks like this one, again, don't worry about them. You're creating designs, and so you don't have to worry so much about any imperfection. In fact, that's what makes each of the sheets very, very unique. See how lovely that looks. Nice. It's really nice. Each are so different. All right, now I don't want to waste that, so I'm going to go ahead and just add it to a page I've already done. It just gives another little added layer. You can see. All right, so now we're going to do our last color, the fourth color, and I'm bringing in just an orange, just a bright orange, and I want to put some texture now. And so I'm going to be bringing in some bubble wrap and that foam wrap that goes around pear apples to show you how you can use things you have laying around the house to add some texture to your sheets. So there's two ways you can do this. You can press the bubble wrap into your jelly plate, and what it does is it leaves an imprint of the bubbles on the jelly plate, and then you don't want to waste all that lovely paint on your bubble wrap, so you just go ahead and use that down on one of your pages also. See that? How cool? Yeah? And then you take another sheet and you simply lay it over that bubble wrapped jelly page. Look at that. Very cool, huh? Two different it's a negative of the bubble wrap. And then here's using the, that goes around those pear apples. Don't throw those out. Those are very cool. It's not as nice as the bubble wrap, but it still gives you a very cool impression. It's a little more faint. But it does leave a nice texture on the jelly plate. And when you put a sheet on that, it leaves a really nice texture. So you're gonna make sure all four of your pages have an added texture in the fourth color. Cool, huh? All right, now let's get our book ready. I'm going to use the last page of the art journal because this is a layered lift up page. So I'm actually choosing the final page because I will glue that down to the back cover for added support. So all we're going to do is give a nice layer of black gesso. If I can get this darn jar open, it's pretty tight. So I'm going to just use a big brush, a big mop brush, and I'm going to smear that page with lots of gesso. And there we go. Using a brayer helps spread it a lot faster too, by the way. And then when you're done, use the back of your brush to draw one of your sacred symbols. And if you have taken my sacred symbol class, you know why we do this. And now, at this point, remove any protective sheet that has your overkill and lay it off to dry. All right, now remember those sheets we did? They're all nice and dry. Give them a good wipe. Make sure there's no extra moisture on them. And now we're going to decorate them with pushka pins and markers. So here we go. We're going to do all four. We're going to doodle and just give them some life, some energy. And this is very intuitive. Just do what feels right to you. These pages that you're creating are unique, one of a kind. And this is what makes your art journal spreads so empowering, because they are very unique, one of a kind. There you have it. Let's take a look at them. All doodled up. Each one so different and so cool looking. All right, that wraps up our first video. I hope you're having a great time, and I will see you in video 2. Have fun.